Hello, welcome back to Ratropolis. Let's just play another run. Wow, it's very strange. Wow, I mean, I don't have to play Builder Plus. We won the last one, and we just get to play the general. It's crazy because my perspective of this game has done like a 180. 360? No, that's not right. 720. 980 kickflip. No, that's not it either. 720 Christ. I don't know many skateboarding moves. But I used to be like, oh man, we're playing the Builder today, or oh man, the Shaman. This is gonna be a tough one. And now I'm just like, thank God we're not playing Builder Plus. It's free. I feel like the game is going to feel so much easier now to me. I guess we'll see. Maybe I'm just gonna get run over on this one. Who knows? Anyway, what's going on? I hope that you're doing well today. It is Wednesday, my dudes, which would mean that it is Thursday for yourself. Wednesday already. Really weird one. Something that I don't know. I'm not one to make a big deal of it ever. However, it is something that's on my mind, so I suppose we can talk about it. It's my birthday soon. And by soon, I mean 3 days from now. Weird. Well, I'm gonna be turning 23. It's been a year now since I started my streaming journey. I don't think I mentioned it on stream last year. I might not have streamed last year on my birthday. Am I streaming this year on my birthday? I am. It's Saturday. Huh. I'm not one to make a big deal of it, right? Especially not right now since there's a pandemic. My friend has a birthday. His birthday's like 5 days after mine, but I take a wall. Like usually he and we had another friend whose birthday was in like August 1st or something like that. So we would just do like a collective birthday thing where we would just like, one of the days we would go out, we would eat food and then just hang out and be like, hey, hell yeah. I'm not gonna do anything like this. I'm just gonna take a house, yeah. But, I'm not really in the spirit of going out. I'm not gonna get a pizza, but I'll probably have pizza left over. I'm probably gonna start like going to get a pizza on Thursday or Friday since I'm not streaming on those days. Maybe not too often, but I may. Yeah, let's do this in case you didn't see this one. With the change that lets you do moving units individually, you can now stack up Assault Captain on a single unit like this. In case you want to cheese the game. It does work. Pretty funny looking too. But yeah, weird. I've never been one to make a big deal of the birthday. Not something that I really think or care too much about. Just usually it's like, hey, what are you doing for your birthday? Probably the same thing I do every day. I'm gonna, at this point, what am I doing for my birthday? Probably recording Ratropolis, and then probably recording some Monster Train, and I'm probably gonna have something to eat. And I don't know. We'll see. I mean, really not much because of the fact that going outside right now is very scary. As I can't help but mention, what am I doing today? Well, nothing, because it's the end of the world. Oh well. But anyway, it's just weird to be like, oh yeah, and I'm getting older again. Another rotation around the sun completed. Not butterfly season. You can actually look at this clock circles every 5 seconds. I've played this game enough now to notice some of the strangest minor details like this, right? Wherever the clock starts is where you can see. So like when the minute hand hits 30 seconds on this run, we get our taxes. And it changes on every run. I had a run where it was at 40 seconds. I've had runs at 45. Very strange. Just on this one. Pretty easy start so far though. I mean, with Assault Captain we can do this we can do this cheese, right? And we can crush through some of these, because it lasts 30 seconds, which is, in fact, a lot of time. Oh yeah, the market's ready as well. I should save up, like, probably 200 gold to open this. Let's just hit one potter and then do it. What do you got? Ow. That's not good. Lumbermill, so some of the cards that got buffed or changed for Leader Plus get changed, period. Like Lumbermill is a -20 instead of a -15 now. But then some cards don't, like Reinforce doesn't work the same on this as it does in Leader Plus. Really weird. I want to get one more wall down, but not right now. I want to wait. I'm just going to give him like 20 attack. This is pretty easy and will smooth out the boss combat quite a bit. It'll let them like one-shot that spitter so that he never comes anywhere close, and they'll also just crush this boss real fast. Definitely not supposed to do this, but what are they gonna do? There's so many minor bugs in this game that work against me. I may as well utilize the one that works towards me. Towards me? For me? In my favor? Does this not change? Upgrading this building changes nothing? Except for the cost? It's just 120 seconds or 120 seconds? Okay. Weird. I guess. I wasn't gonna play it anyway, I just wanted to see what that upgrade looked like. You know, Sparrow Nest I'm kind of surprised isn't in Builder Plus. The building seems like it should be there, doesn't it? Also, real quick, I'm just noticing now, but I think this game's a little quiet. Turn it up a bit. At least the music. You can let me know if it's too loud. I talked about this recently, right? But you can't click... Oh, I guess... Never mind, I guess you can click butterflies that spawn before butterfly season starts. It's just that sometimes they don't want to be clicked. This game's so weird. Like, there's so much happening. So many little things I'm just like, this doesn't seem right. This is so strange. I'm probably never utilizing that shipyard, by the way. That ship market was what I was about to call it. And now, what else is new with me? You know. It's funny that I ask this question every single day, despite doing nothing every single day. Like, what have I done in the last 24 hours? I had played some League with my friends. I've been working through the mastery for the Protoss campaign in StarCraft. That's been pretty fun. Those mastery achievements are really enjoyable, and I hope that they... I know that they're probably not going to, but I would like to have more of them. But why would they, basically? But like every mission in every campaign, except for not in the Wings of Liberty campaign. This is something in the later campaigns only. But every mission has a like, do this crazy thing on hard, and a lot of them are pretty easy. It's like, so like one of the missions is like hold out, and the upgraded achievement is just like hold out a little longer. Just see a guard died and everyone was like, alright. Get 'em, boys. I was like, oh, I had a moment where I was like, I wonder if there are any of these for the Zerg campaign, for the Heart of the Swarm campaign. And I looked and there are, but I already did them all. Like, I wish I could reset my save or something like that so I could do those achievements again. Because I haven't played the Wings of Liberty campaign in like 4 years. Not Wings of Liberty, Heart of the Swarm. I played the Wings of Liberty campaign like 2 weeks ago. Great campaign. Really fun. Like really, even though I've played it so many times now, it really is just excellent. Like it's really fun. There's a dude, if you're interested, there's a guy who is, I think his name's like, I don't remember what his name is, but it's something like Grant Gaming or something like that, Grant's Games. I don't know, but he's doing a series where he plays through the campaigns in StarCraft with a self-imposed goal of not letting any units die. And dude, it's really cool. He's done Wings of Liberty as well as, Armory. Not Armory. He's done Wings of Liberty and Heart of the Swarm, which watching him beat Heart of the Swarm without losing any units was truly something special. Like, it was kind of unbelievable, I'll just say it. Because, you know, the Zerg faction, they basically just lose units, that's the whole gimmick. They have banelings, they explode, and you do missions where it's like, yeah, you have, here's your mission, here's 100 banelings. Now you just roll over the enemy, but every baneling counts as a unit loss, so you can't do that. Really interesting one, though. I would definitely recommend checking it out if you like StarCraft. And if you don't like StarCraft, dude, you probably hate this part where I talk about StarCraft. I don't know what else to tell you. It's just, what else I've been doing? I've been playing League as well. Someone asked me what my favorite game was last night, and I was just like, oh god. I think it's probably Slay the Spire, even though I don't really play Slay the Spire anymore, but I respect what Slay the Spire has done. Just in general, and also for me, Slay the Spire is the game that I really started to see some success streaming with. I mean, if I didn't switch into Slay the Spire and I just kept streaming TFT to like, I don't know, one person every night, I probably would have just given up, but then I switched into Slay the Spire and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Look at this, people are showing up. It really is like the reason that we're here today. So I do enjoy Slay the Spire quite a bit for that. I should pick up a tavern if I can afford it, but like, why? I should roll. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do another Steel Infinite. I gotta get it out of my system after going like 90 days without a Steel Infinite. It was like Builder Plus was like, they're trying to reform me. No more Steel Infinites. No, you can't stop me. No, my favorite game is like Slay the Spire or maybe League, maybe WoW. But also, that's just looking at games by playtime. Probably the most time in any game in League of Legends, unfortunately. And maybe fortunately, the game's alright. It's in a better place now. I'm going to take leader level up. I think the game is less bad than it once was now. It's at least passably fun. It's to the point where I'll play like 1 or 2 games without my friends, whereas in the past it would just be like, yeah, so if my friends aren't on, I'm not playing. Like these cards are not changed, right? Catapult is not changed and Rally is not changed. I should pick Rally, but I'm doing a Steel Infinite so I don't need to. Also, they nerfed the train, so I don't want to. And now other games that I've been like, I would say are like, oh yeah, I really enjoy this game, it's one of my favorites, is like, Nuclear Throne is a really good one. I haven't played it in a long time, but it's still a great game. And then there's also Gunpoint. Did I really not get that? Weird. Gunpoint's really cool. I also like the other game that guy made, which is called Heat Signature. I didn't play that one quite as much because it's a little like the game's very fun. It's a little repetitive though, so you end up playing like the same thing over and over again. It feels like where you're just like because the idea behind Heat Signature is you get a little like boarding craft and you go and it's like a little. What's the game to compare it to? I guess it's like Hotline Miami if you could pause, kind of, where you just like take over a ship and then there's different clauses. You pick up contracts and some of them are like, hey, don't kill anyone. Hey, don't be spotted, right? Hey, don't set off any alarms, things like that. And the game's really fun. There's a lot of different enemies and there's a lot of different items you pick up on the way, but I got to a point where I was just like, this is the item combo I use. I use the one that lets me slow down time alongside the one that lets me switch places with an enemy, and the hammer that just has like a 0-second cooldown to knock someone out. And then with all of that, I just auto won. Like everything was very trivial. This is kind of annoying. Don't do that. I hate this boss. Like I really don't like this boss because like how much damage have I done to this enemy? That's the question. How much damage did this guy take? The answer is way too fucking much. I think the idea is that he's unkillable, but having an enemy that's unkillable in this game where you can't target enemies is just insane. What am I supposed to do? My units don't shoot him. Because my units are dumb. Like imagine if I didn't have guards there. So weird. But no, Heat Signature is definitely worth checking out. They added in daily challenges recently, which I enjoyed. I thought they were pretty cool. I didn't play a ton of them, but I still thought they were pretty neat. Among other things, right? It's a cool game. Definitely worth your time. And so is Gunpoint if you haven't played Gunpoint. Really, really like that game. Like, really, really like that game. Land tax we don't need. Although it's better than Potter at this point, so I probably should grab it just to replace Potter. It's not like I'm doing anything else here. I'm gonna do that. Better than Potter is not a great reason to pick something up, but, you know, what can you do? I will grab the barracks and the armory here, and then we'll also grab that shoe market. Like, I have the space. There's legitimately no reason for me to not buy these buildings. We have the space. Everything is here. I can afford it too. It's like, it's nice to just have these. I have a moment of like, yeah, I can just like do whatever I want here. Like I can just buy these. I have the money. I have the card draw. This isn't gonna hamstring me. Wow. Feels good. Feels a little weird, but it feels good. The left side's where we're looking because I'm a little worried about the left side. Yeah, gotta play steel. The right side has a watchtower. It's got 7 guards. They're looking good. I'm mostly just worried about the left side getting run over by a certain boss who's unkillable, but thankfully there's no bosses who make units unkillable in this game. I don't even think he makes it unkillable. I think he just gives it a ridiculous amount of health. Like a really, really large amount of health. Especially for this point in the game. Other than that, what else is new? You may remember in the past I've talked about wanting to make a review video set, like make some reviews on games I've played because I think it'd be fun, but I have never gotten around to it just because it's a lot of effort. However, I streamed Neon Abyss a few days ago, and by a few days ago I mean 2 days ago, 3 days ago I guess if you're watching this, and these guys aren't moving forward, huh? Because there's something in their range. Can't do this. Fuck them up, buddy. I think, like, I've streamed it to do something different, and I also streamed it because I wanted to get some footage, because I think I might try doing that review video for that game. Break my infinite here, it's fine. I did enjoy it, and I think it would be fun. And I think I have good things to say about it, too, as like these are my first impressions, this is the review sort of situation. I think I have some good points to make as well. The game's really fun, but it definitely has some flaws. I think it's a solid like 7 out of 10 probably. And with the wall ahead, the sparrow nest just goes insane. Look at that. I think I should go harder on guards. Really? The treasure hunters are cool and all, but they are susceptible to fire. And this is a map with a lot of fire. Of course. I should probably stop playing treasure hunters. We're probably just going guard shield rat and then we hope we pick something else up. The treasure hunters are mostly good for I should be playing land attacks. Killing those shieldy boys. And I don't have to repair this wall. I'm probably not going to. Not really worth my time. Oh, never mind, we win. Cool. Good. Good. Imagine if they changed Bannerat and he just said something like, I'm gonna buff him up by the way because he needs higher health to survive fire. One bad fire can take us away. Imagine if Bannerat said like, give attack based on your attack. However, that would just create like I think that would just create like a feedback loop, wouldn't it? Where it just creates infinite attack. Anyway, this one's a win for sure. The game still feels a little quiet, but it has to feel quiet, I remember. It's like, I don't think about it too much, and then I remember, oh yeah, this game has to feel quiet, or else one loud sound effect layers and our ears get blown out. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit one bit. Not one bit. I could have picked up Appraiser, because more houses seems to be the way we're going here. I might end up repairing that wall and moving forward 4 more houses. In fact, we probably will end up doing that at some point here. We don't have to yet, though. Like, we got all of this. The place is kind of organized into districts. If only this armory was over here. Like, there's a part of me that likes the organize and build your city sort of aspect of this one, right? Even though there's not a whole lot of reason to it, but it'd be cool if it was like, yeah, you get a benefit for putting like armories next to barracks and things like that. I think that could be fun. You get benefits for stacking up houses side by side, and you basically get incentivized to plan your city a little more. That'd be fun. I don't know. I think we got a Potter here. This is a run where our population plan, by the way, is Treasure Hunter, and that's fine. Treasure Hunter is a good population plan. It just generates so many houses. And I don't think I want anything here. I guess we can removal, but like what? I could removal Treasure Hunter at this point. She's basically obsolete. We've got the Shield Rat, Banner Rat Guards combo. Although having a few of these isn't bad. Yeah, I don't hate that. And I feel like we're pretty strong here. Alright, go ahead and train. Everyone gets healed as well. Excellent. We want to leave 2 population. Oh, did I fuck up my infinite? I guess I did play 3 cards there, huh? I do want. Oh, if we pick up that duck, this run's over for sure. Yeah. I think I just have to play like 2 or 3 ducks. We have so much movement speed on this run. We have 3 shoe markets? We have 3 shoe markets for him. But this is, it's not even required, it's just kind of nice, right? Because he's gonna go very fast. Yeah, oh my god, he's fast. I remember when they didn't have that, ducks lose speed when they run into an enemy, quantifier, and my man actually could, like, one duck with enough shoe markets could kill everything. He was unstoppable. Oh, they gave me Dancer again. I was about to say, too bad we skipped Dancer. The game provides. That's really something. So we're just gonna have 3 ducks on either side because they just auto win on their own at this point. They're too fast. Look at this civilian. Where are you going? Who are you? Where is he going? Wait, where he's at? Where do you, he's just going to the barracks, dude. All right. That dude was, how did he get out there? My man was running at Mach 10. Holy fuck, that guy was fast. I bought that, yeah. I couldn't hear the sound, but it's just because the sound is too quiet. And we move forward. It's nice to not have to like super expand too. Expanding a lot was really something that I recognize I needed to do, but I didn't like it. I don't like how quiet the game is, but like I'm worried, but I guess now the ducks could do it. I think it's also just quiet for me because in Streamlabs it's roughly as loud as my voice, so it could also just be something on my end. It's probably fine. 5 banners, I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm going to go up to 10 guards, we're gonna go up to 10 banners, and we're just gonna play the rest in ducks. If I can. 10, 10. We won't even get to 10 banners right now, I don't think. Maybe. We have like, we have 8 to put down. We have 5 to put down. Yeah, I think we have exactly enough. Gotta keep an herb going. It's important. It helps a lot. Also, it's a percentage heal, which is not something that the game has in spades. We actually have exactly enough. Look at that. Alright. And now we just play the rest in ducks. Yeah, I think I've talked about the one thing that I really wanted to talk about, which is the fact that music produce. I definitely talked about Logic becoming a Twitch streamer. I think that shit's real funny. I like it. I hope that he does well. Like if he does well, this is probably like him doing really well and making a great living out of it could potentially, just not really probably, just potentially, it just brings a whole new crowd into streaming and legitimizes it to a lot of people, which is cool. I think that that's a cool thing to see happen. It's already a career for many people and something that's a very legitimate thing for people to do. I knew we were taking this, but it doesn't matter because we have an herb finishing up and then we just land tax it back. Like it's cool to see someone who's artists and things like that were also streaming, right? Deadmau5 was doing it, although I think he ended up having some problems with Twitch. I think he hopped off because of the Alinity drama, but like, I suppose, right? If that's something that you see and you're like, I can't spend any more time on this platform, sure. There was also other things. I think they like banned him or something. I don't know. That doesn't matter. He does Starfire. I was like, doesn't he Starfire? He does Starfire. But like, Logic's a big name. Like he's. I'm not saying that Deadmau5 isn't a big name. He's someone that you probably know just by me saying Deadmau5. But I don't know. Would you call Logic a superstar? That's a good question. What does it take for someone to be considered a superstar or just a star in general? I have no idea. I don't know what the qualifier is. I think that a superstar is just someone who you could recognize. Like if I say someone's name, you know who they are, right? Like Elvis or Michael Jackson or who else is famous? Cher, right? These are superstars. But so if I guess, and not everyone's gonna know these people, but like you have a very high chance of knowing who. Like if I start talking about Elvis, you're not gonna go, oh, Elvis Rowley, and I'm like, who the fuck is Elvis Rowley? And they're like, oh, that's my friend from high school. And I go, no, I'm talking about Presley, you fool. The music guy, the one who everyone's named after. Everyone who, although not many people are named after Elvis. Come to think of it, like nobody's named after Elvis. I don't think I know or know of a single Elvis other than Presley. But that's besides the point. It's just weird, right? I don't know if he's a superstar. I guess he's not a superstar because I don't think he's I don't think he's a superstar. I think he's pretty well known. Because by the same token, right? If we're going on the line of like, oh, if a majority of people know who they are, then they're a superstar. Like, basically, every political figure could fall into the categorization of superstar, which is kind of weird. I'm not sure I like that. But like, Donald Trump, potentially a superstar. Barack Obama, superstar. George Bush, maybe a superstar. Eminem's probably your best example of a rap superstar, right? He's someone who I can just say the name and you probably know who that is, right? You might not know, if you're not in the scene, if you don't listen to the music, you might not know like Kendrick Lamar, you might not know Lil Yachty. What? The second rapper that comes to mind is Lil Yachty? Really? Who are people who are rapping right now? Kendrick Lamar and Lil Yachty. Nah, I don't think so. Lil Windex, now there's someone. Nah, but I guess like 6ix9ine kind of has the infamy thing going on. There's a difference between fame and infamy, right? He's not famous. I guess being a superstar, I would quantify it as you need to be famous for your work. You got to be famous for what you did, right? And not just like famous because you're the president or you're a senator or you're a snitch. So I guess I wouldn't consider 6ix9ine. He's kind of like an infamous star. I don't even think I'd consider him a star. No one really likes his music. I don't think I know a single person who likes 6ix9ine's music. I'd be like, hey, how you feel about 6ix9ine? And they're like, There's something to it though. His music's very, like, it's memorable. He's got something about his voice. Of course, he's also got pedophilia charges, which I don't really condone or support in any way. So, you know, you get into like support, do you separate the art from the artist or not? And I think that it's kind of case by case, right? It's like, Chris Brown is someone who I think should never really work again, but he's, you know, still making plenty of music and he's having a successful career, so does it really matter what I think? Nah, I mean, it just matters if you make money, and Chris Brown makes a lot of money. So people will still work with him. You put Chris Brown on a song and it'll do well. Look at Lil Dicky's Freaky Friday. Even though it's a atrocious song, like it's not very good, Chris Brown's on it and the premise is kind of silly. And so it did well. Well enough anyway. But you know, you always have a number of people going, really, Lil Dicky, you worked with Chris Brown on this song? But at the end of the day, it's not like anyone's gonna be like, alright, well, that's it, I'm never listening to Lil Dicky again. He's still got a career. Although it's not a rap career. It is a career acting and like in a sitcom, which I've already talked about is really strange. It came out in March. My friend who finished the entire series said it was pretty good. I'm not gonna watch it, but one of my friends said it was pretty good. I'm not gonna watch it though. I cannot. I can't handle cringe comedy, and it's a lot of cringe comedy. Like in my opinion, it's like there's a few forms of comedy. I like saying I like shock humor is weird because shock humor isn't quite right. Because like shock humor is like where it's just like in the middle of a sentence you go also penis, haha, and it's like that's not funny. That's not the shock humor I like. I like the shock humor where you say something that is just like completely unexpected, but then you go, it makes sense, right? It's like, so like a good example is if I were a little smarter for shock humor, I could have, when I was talking about superstars, I could have mixed in, so like I could have gone like, oh, so like, you know, who's a superstar? Like Michael Jackson, Elvis Presley, and then I put someone in here like Young Gravy, right? And then it's an answer that goes Young Gravy. You either go who's that or you go ha, Young Gravy. That's a good one. You know, it's like I know that guy, and it's like it's referential as well in a sense. But like anything talking about superstars is going to be kind of referential anyway. But the referential parts, I do enjoy reference humor where it's like, oh, I get that one as well. But then like you go down, it's like puns are pretty cool. I like puns, even though puns aren't something that make me go, oh, haha, very funny. Puns are just like, oh yeah. Good one. Like, I like that. Wordplay. I respect that. Right? I can get down with a little wordplay from time to time. But then, you know, you get into like the humor that I don't like is like the bad shock humor and like edgy humor but like, and don't get me wrong, I'm down with edgy humor, but if your edgy humor is just like I'm being racist, but haha, it's ironic, that's not humor, that's just racism. Get out of here. Fucking stop. And then also the other form of humor that it's not that I don't respect it, I just don't understand it, is like slapstick comedy. It's something that I've never understood, right? Like Three Stooges level, like slamming the piano on his head, because you know what's gonna happen. I feel like for me personally, it's like if I know what's gonna happen, I'm not going to find it funny, right? It's like, oh, why'd the chicken cross the road? Oh, to get to the other side. But like, why isn't that funny? It's because everyone's heard that joke, and it's not, first of all, it's not funny. But everyone's heard it, so how, like, you're not gonna go, oh, haha, I haven't heard that one before. But everyone's different. I've had people who are like, yeah, I'm completely different. I think one of my stream regulars, Dagon, and I were talking about this, and he mentioned that he is completely different. Like, if he knows what's coming, he'll still find it funny if he thinks it's funny, and I'm like, right on. Because comedy is subjective. What you find funny is different than what I find funny, and I just try to, like, my content is not particularly humor driven, mostly because as I mentioned earlier, right, it's like a little bit here and there, I sprinkle it in if I can, but it's not the main focus, right? It's like, it's a nice little added benefit. You get a little haha perhaps if someone says something. But I could go on and on. I'm just gonna call it a day, I suppose. Because I don't know where else to go with this one, I suppose. Like, I could go down other forms of comedies. There's stand-up as well. We're out of time. Thank you for watching. That's my time. The cane is pulling me off the stage. No, please. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you would like to see more. I will see you in the next one. Hope you have a good one.